Is it recording?
What? You don't have any good Pokestops around here, do you?
You play Pokemon Go. Hey guys, and welcome to Tech Center, and my name is Henry, and today we are going to be looking at the Steam controller. So first thing you'll notice about the Steam controller is it has an inverted design, unlike the Xbox 360 controller where you see these sort of like slope like this up. This sort of slopes up, but this slopes down, which is kind of annoying at first. Like, it takes some getting used to because you're like, wait, what? But then it feels kind of right with the little pads here. I mean, it would be kind of, it sort of just is already elevated, but it would feel better if like it was like this and then we just had the pads here. I wouldn't mind if it was like this. It actually honestly feels kind of good, and I have somewhere to actually just put my fingers and it feels kind of nice. And yeah, I like the feel of the Xbox 360 controller better than the feel of the Steam controller, because some people actually said that their hand doesn't really cramp with this, but to my opinion, mine feels more cramped, especially maybe since I have longer fingers or whatever. Anyway, another thing you'll notice is that it has two little circle pads over here, which sort of work like a, I don't know what you'd call it, a trackpad. Yeah, they're like little trackpads like on your laptop like this, except it's very small. So then this just detects your finger, and then it has haptic feedback, which you may or may not hear. So I just turned it on. You can custom set the sound, so now you see there's haptic feedback. I don't know if you can hear that. It's a bit noisy. It has the ABXY buttons in the same position as this ABXY. The circle pad detects your position, your finger's position very well. It detects it. There's two modes for it. You have the analog stick mode like this. This is an analog stick, and then you have the mouse mode, which makes it work like a trackpad. And in a way, for aiming like on games like GTA, it's a bit easier to aim because you can quickly like do quick motions and aim at your opponent with your at points you just want the fine minute movement, which you can't get unless you turn the sensitivity really low. But then if you turn the sensitivity really low, then you basically won't be able to move without your camera without going like this, and it gets really annoying after a while. The D-pad thing works great. It honestly just works perfectly. It has the same thing, haptic feedback, as here. The only thing is it has the D-pad imprinted on it, and it works pretty well. I played GTA on this. I didn't actually play CSGO on this. I was thinking about doing that, but I didn't. And it works. GTA is kind of, even in first person or third person, it's kind of hard to aim with this because you can't get the fine minute movements. But otherwise, the paddles feel fine. They're very tactile, and the software works great to program this. It's easy. You can choose profiles. Usually they're preloaded, but you can always go in there and choose your profile and download one, and there's always one there. Almost always, if it's not like a really game that no one knows. Okay. Anyway.
Minecraft.
Anyway, the next thing is the triggers and bumpers work well. Notice that there's almost no label on any button except for the ABXY, because basically they're all programmable to anything. So if you really want, you can program this to be A, B, X, Y if you really want to confuse yourself. But other than that, that's really the overview of the Steam controller. Now, here's my impressions of it. So overall, I think the Steam controller is good. I bought this for $35 during the Steam sales, but I would only really use it if you don't have giant hands like me and you're looking for that couch gaming experience, because what the Steam controller brings that you can't do on a regular controller is you can use this as a mouse. So you can play Civ 5 on your TV without using a keyboard and mouse. And I tried it, and it works pretty well actually. I have Civ 5, I tried it, and it works pretty well with this. For regular games like Rocket League, I played Rocket League on this, my hand just got strained because I kept have to go like this. Just like this. This was my hand, literally just like this, nothing else. had my hands like this, and it was just really annoying because I always had this arched and then this like this reaching across the whole controller, and it was really annoying. And it's really just easier to play Rocket League with this because look, A, B, X, Y, I don't have to reach, I don't have to go like this. It's even easier to play with this, with the D-pad. If I use the D-pad, I'm not straining. The thing which I really hate about this is it's sloped down. Tell me, Valve, who the thought it was a good idea to have this slope down? Even it would be more comfortable, even with like the little circle pads, just to have this like this, like sloped up. It works. Every single controller manufacturer has it like this because it's comfortable, Valve. Even heck, it's more comfortable to hold this thing upside down. I really was thinking of playing Rocket League like this. Literally, because it's more comfortable to hold it like this and then just mapping everything. Because it is so much more comfortable to hold controllers like this, where it slopes up. And that's my rant. Another thing is, why didn't you make this rechargeable? Why? It's not rechargeable. Okay, for a $50 controller, I would expect rechargeableness. I know the Xbox One controller, this is an Xbox 360 one, but the Xbox One controller isn't rechargeable, which is kind of annoying. But PS4 and PS3 did it. So you should maybe get ahead of the game, and instead of using AA batteries, use rechargeable batteries. And then, that's my RAM. You can still use it wired. There's a micro USB port. You can do wired if you want. But, I don't know. The build of it is pretty solid. It feels a bit cheap though. Like, it's completely plasticky. And why the glossy plastic? What I hate about gloss is it's easily scratchable, fingerprints get everywhere, and it gets really dirty really quickly. So the Steam controller is good, but it's really bad at the same time. I'm not going to be IGN here and give it, but if I had to give it a rating scale, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. I'm thinking of maybe returning this or not, I'm not sure, but we'll see. Thank you for watching Tech Center. My name is Henry. See you later.